All right, guys. So it's summertime, and I know you guys are all taking off, but the question is, are you taking off the right way? Are you planning your vacation the right way? Are you ensuring that there's people in place to cover your responsibilities while you're out of office? And I just figured I'd create this video for that person who either may be new to joining a team, or maybe you're seasoned on a team and you just want to reconsider how you are taking off and or using your PTO. So I wanted to create a little video for you all to explain everything that I do as a program manager before I take off. So starting with the 1 to 2 month timeline before your vacation. So in this time frame, what I'm doing is reaching out to my manager and letting them know directly, hey, when I plan to take off. And this is the specific dates of my trip. I might let them know the details of the trip depending on, if things aren't super personal. But I always think it's good practice to ensure that your manager is aware of when you plan to take off as soon as possible. They should be the first to know. Once you tell your manager, my next thing would be to you want to inform your team. Get that vacation on the team calendar. So make everyone aware that hey, you're taking oof, you're taking off, or you're taking off. At my job, we say out of facility, so you'll hear me use the term oof a little bit. But basically, you just want to get that on the calendar for everyone to see that you'll be taking a vacation soon. The next thing you want to do, and this one is a bonus, I would say, would be you just want to ensure that you have one-on-one scheduled with your manager. And if you have a skip manager, you want to have them with your manager and your skip manager that week, the last week before you take your oath. And we'll kind of get back to that. But for now, just make sure, your manager is aware, your skip manager is aware, you've gotten your vacation on your team's calendar overall, and you have that scheduled one-on-one ready or scheduled for with your manager and your skip manager. Now, moving to 2 weeks before your vacation. Now is when you kind of want to get into thinking about the work you kind of have already on your plate. So you're going to want to clarify what is it you're currently working on, what responsibilities and or initiatives, projects you're working on that will need to basically continue in your absence. And once you identify and are clear with that work that's going to continue, you're then going to want to actually identify people on your team who can basically cover you while you're out. Your coverage plan is going to be the key component of your OOF because it basically lets everyone know, or basically is the action plan for folks to take while you're out of office. And you really want to make sure you have a sound coverage plan because this will potentially avoid someone reaching out to you while you're on your vacation, and nobody wants that. So, um, yeah, definitely start thinking about that work you need to do and to ensure that you have someone in place to create that, to cover you while you're out, I'll say. And then, really, now that you kind of identified that work, you've clarified who can potentially do it, you want to get this all in writing and actually create your OOF or vacation coverage plan. So there's many different ways you can approach this, but the majority of it is essentially just covering like what is the priorities while you're out, who's going to be the person covering it while you're out, any details that you have to leave for that person, that anything that they should ensure is done while you're out, and then maybe a potential milestone to reach while you're out, or like expectations around what should be done before you get back. And essentially, you just want to outline and ensure that you've met with the folks that will potentially be covering you and that they're clear on everything that they need to do while you're out. And then another thing is now you want to start reminding your team whether this is so you already sent like got it on everyone's calendar that you're going to be out. Great. But I'm not sure what type of internal communication tool your team uses. My team, we use Teams. This is when you're now going to start just sending like a little small reminder. Hey guys, I'm taking OOF in the next couple of weeks. If anything, just kind of let them know and kind of let them remind folks to kind of, if there's anything they need from you, now is the time to start getting those asked in way in advance before it's actually time to go. So that's everything you're going to do in the 2 week time frame. Now, 1 week before your vacation, now you're going to send an additional reminder, just another one, just to Hey, if someone may have been out when you sent that 2 week reminder to the team, this is their opportunity to ensure that, hey, you've touched all bases and everyone is aware that you will be out. Next, you also want to review your coverage plan with any team members that you identified that will be covering your work. So now it's like, okay, any questions getting answered for these team members covering for you? You just want to make sure all details and everything has been considered and accounted for, and everyone is prepared to be successful while you're out. So that's going to be key there. So now you've touched base with the different team members that are going to be taking or covering for you while you're out. Now you want to review this final coverage plan with your manager. So this is a one-on-one you'll set up, and you basically go over with your manager who is going to be covering you for the different areas of your role while you're out, and just ensure that they're informed on any actions that are on other people for you. And this is always good practice. Now, I would say it's not necessarily important to fully review this coverage plan with your skip manager if you have one, but I do think it's a good practice to at least send it to them just so they have it in their email and or inbox in any way about who's going to be covering for you while you're out, and then if anything, they can refer to you. So that's that one. Sorry, I'm referring to some notes here. And then, yeah, you sent that to your skip manager. And ultimately, now you want to ensure that you're doing like a little self assessment to ensure that you're on track to complete any work that you may have due in the next week before you're out. So, whether it's like reprioritizing or taking off work, or you just want to ensure any work that you kind of have outstanding is on track to be wrapped up before you head out. Now, finally, a day before your vacation. And I really think this is the most important. Well, they're all important, but the day before it really sets the tone for how your vacation will go. And final thing you want to do is a few things you want to do. So first thing, get that final message reminder out to the broader team about your OOF. Hey guys, just a heads up that I'm out tomorrow. If there's anything you kind of need from me before now and then, please let me know. Um, Ideally before X time, and you can state whatever time you plan on being offline or when you want all asks to be in by. So that's one thing. Next thing, you got to wrap up any work that you were working on. So you don't want to go into a vacation thinking about any work that you may have left over or didn't finish or didn't wrap up. So use that last day, really use that last week, but most importantly, that last day to ensure that you've dotted all I's, crossed all T's, and that your personal responsibilities are complete. Next, you want to prepare your auto reply messages. So, in the event that somebody messages you while you're out of office, hey, they're going to get an immediate reply, automatic reply about, hey, where you are, or hey, I'm OOF at the moment. I have limited access to email or something like that. You just kind of let some folks know. It's a way to let folks know who may have missed your messages before, that you're out currently, and who to basically contact in the event that they have a question and you're not there to answer. So definitely make sure that that auto reply is set up, and I do it for both my email if somebody reaches out to me and in Teams as well, if somebody reaches out to me there. So I would highly encourage you to do that for your team with whatever communication avenue you guys use. Finally, you want to connect with the folks who said they would cover for you. So one final touch base, hey guys, just to make sure everyone has everything they need to be successful while you're out. Answer any last minute questions that may have popped up over the course of the few weeks, and ensure that, like I said, everyone is ready to cover for you and is set up for success. Once you connect with them, you definitely want to have that final connect with your manager, and this goes back to 1 month and 2 month preparation. Is basically like ensuring that you had that one-on-one scheduled. Now it's just you want to have that final touch base with your manager before you leave, just to ensure that everything is covered. Like final review of anyone that's going to be covering you. Um, just touch base on overall any plans that you may have on the trip, expectations and milestones to be hit by the time you get back, and just ensure that he or she's in the loop on everything before you head out. Um, Cool. And then the final thing for you to do once you touch base with that manager one last time is enjoy your vacation. You've put all this work in up until this point. You did everything right as far as prepping your teammates and ensuring you have a coverage plan. Now, all you got to do is enjoy your vacation, really disconnect, and do whatever you need to do to enjoy your time off. And when you get back, you can jump back into it and touch base with the folks who may have covered for you. Of course, touch base with your manager and jump back in to where you guys ideally left off. So um, I'm sorry if it's a little bit loud in here. This was a very by any means necessary type of video. Um, so yeah, I hope that helps. And yeah, don't make any rookie mistakes or I would say junior mistakes when taking oof. It's very important that you not only handle your priorities while you're at work, but it's also your ability to ensure things are moving along while you're not there. And I think it's a skill that definitely took some time for me to develop. Definitely had to get some feedback from other team members around how to do this most effectively. And I feel like what I've been able to share with you here has really helped me, at least for the last vacation I took, and has been one of the most, I'd say, mind freeing vacations I've had because I ensured that all my ducks were in a row before I left. So, yeah, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.